I just posted the Marc Jacobs front row style, and of course a lot of you, I already knew this, we're not gonna like the looks. I have to show you the actual show though. This is the fall 2025 ready to wear collection. It's gonna be very interesting to hear all of your opinions. If you remember Marc Jacobs' last show, it felt very animated. I know a lot of people thought the looks felt like very Mickey Mouse, just the way they were proportioned. They're very different. They're very unique. Honestly, the star of the show though, the shoes. The shoes, I actually felt like this collection took me back to the 90s. There's an element of surprise. There's an element of shock. There's like that shock factor, which you don't see a lot of these days. But I actually commend Marc Jacobs for doing this, because I know a lot of you are going to say it looks ridiculous, it looks this, it looks that, but it gets you talking and it gets you really thinking about the brand. I know this look is not for everybody. It's not for me, but the layering of all the necklaces just kind of all over the place. I mean, that feels very 90s to me. I do think this print is gorgeous. Like, look at this. Like, I know it's not the most flattering look, but there's something about this that I actually find very editorial, very high fashion. And you already know that Tracee Ellis Ross is going to be all over this collection. She was actually spotted wearing a lot of his collection, the last collection that was just, I don't want to call it controversial, but it was definitely a collection that had people talking. I find this one really beautiful. I feel like this would look so beautiful on Catherine O'Hara, just because it kind of reminds me of her Schitt's Creek character. Like this is so good, and you cannot convince me otherwise. And believe it or not, this is probably one of my favorites. I love all of the lace details. There's just something so interesting about it. I mean, it's just one of those things where you have to just acknowledge that this is fashion, whether you like it or not. Okay, but even the little bag, I am obsessed. This also feels a little bit like Betsey Johnson, like back in the day, Betsey Johnson. I remember when I was younger, I used to go to the Betsey Johnson shop in Las Vegas, and I would always make an effort to go there whenever we went, whether it was like a family vacation or just me going on my own when I got a little bit older. But I loved her store. There was just something about it, the colors, the prints, and that's what this reminded me of. I honestly can't get over the shoes. I mean, but this little bag is perfection. And I'm so glad Julia Fox was there front row, because I feel like she's definitely going to wear a lot of these looks. I'm so ready for all the comments. If you really break it up, I do feel like there's a lot of fun pieces that you can work with. I also just really love the prints. I mean, the proportions might not be it for me personally, but the prints are lovely. I actually feel like this one's really cool, like very different, very unique. This is another great look. This is another look that I feel like you could see at award season. So wild. I wonder how long these took to make. This is the finale. I can see why. I am dying to know what you thought of this collection. Please let's chat in the comments. Also, please keep an open mind.